Hey Bougie, how you doing? It's Terry from Hey Bougie Lifestyle. Before I get started, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please like, share, comment, and please hang out with me. Oh, and please hit that notification bell so each time I upload a video, you'll be notified. And please hang out with me while I start making preparations for my Thanksgiving meal, dinner. Thanks, Bougie. I appreciate you so much. So today, I like to get the baking out of the way first. So I am making my usual signature, what I call my quick and easy cream cheese pound cake. Made it on here before, but just in case, you haven't seen it, I'm going to share it with you. It's quick and easy, especially for those who don't bake a lot. It's like, and it's always good. It's always good. And in this recipe, I use 3 sticks of butter, 1 8-ounce cream cheese. It could be store brand, Philadelphia cream cheese, whichever you prefer. I never see a difference. So, butter, cream cheese, sugar, and I use cake flour, Swan's Down, Soft as Silk, King Arthur, whatever your preference is. Cake flour is what I use for this recipe. And 6 eggs. So, vanilla. And that's it. And it's a quick and easy recipe, but it's always good and always a crowd pleaser. And the good thing about this recipe is that, you can put different types of icing on it, toppings if you want to. My family, they prefer it just plain. They don't want the icing and all. They just want the cake.
Please,
and I made,
forgive me for the blurriness of this video. So, it does clear up. The sun was glaring through, so I know it looks a little blurry in the beginning, but it will clear up. Thank you so much for watching.
That I'll also share on here. I just, I'm making this for Thanksgiving, and this is what they asked for. Cake and well, I was going to make sweet potato pie, but because I have other things I need to do and, need oven time, I said, you know what? I could have made them earlier, but I did buy them. I bought them. So, but probably Christmas, I will make sweet potato pie. So here is the sugar. I'm adding my sugar in because you want to cream your butter, your sugar, and your cream cheese. I'm going to put my cream cheese in. My cream cheese. So I'm going to plug in the mixer. I do like to add stuff gradually. That way everything mixes in really well. So. Okay. So. I have my butter in here. I gotta secure it. And this is my cream cheese. And my butter is room temperature. I actually left it out overnight because I wanted to make sure that it was room temperature. I'm going to add my cream cheese in here with this right now. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start creaming my butter and cream cheese. I'm going to start adding in my sugar. And once I have all of my sugar in, which takes 3 cups of sugar. Once I have all my sugar in, I'm going to let this mix maybe about 7 to 10 minutes. I want that all there. Okay, so I have my sugar in, my butter, my cream cheese, and I'm just going to let this mix. And I'll be back. You always want to scrape down, get everything in here. Everything up in there. All right. Make sure your pan is sprayed really, really good. You can use the butter and flour method, but I prefer quick and easy. Wait for a moment. So I got it whipped up really, really good. When you know that everything is incorporated, you give it a good 7 to 10 minutes. You can even go longer. The longer, you know, the fluffier your cake will be. I'm going to slow it down because I'm going to add my eggs in. I have 6 eggs here. I'm going to add, I got them in the bowl here. I'm going to add them one at a time. I cracked them all because I wanted to make sure, you know, they were all good. So I'm going to, since I don't want to get splashback, since I want to I'm just telling you all the little, you know, you seasoned bakers, you already know, but, you know, this is for those who may not bake, you know. And I'm trying to show you that it's quick, it can be quick and easy. Cooking does not have to be complicated. You know, that's, you know, the whole thing. So I'm going to 6 large eggs, and I'm going to just add 1 in. And here's another tip: the larger your eggs, the more larger your cake will turn out. Used to use jumbo sometimes, and you know, you really get a nice size cake with the jumbo. All right, so I'm going to mix that one up thoroughly. You want to mix each egg thoroughly by itself. You know, I mean, if you slip 2 in there at a time, no biggie, but you just want everything to, you know, mix up. That's thoroughly mixed, and I'm going to go with my next one. Okay, so I had to stop. I had somebody here helping me do some stuff. So now we're going to go in with the flour. And that's what you want to go and go slow, take your time with, because, you know, you don't want it to go too quickly. You don't want to, you know, put it in too fast, because then it'll gum up. So I'm going to, you know, just put it on low. And slowly add my 3 cups of flour. So you want to make sure you turn your mixer down to, you know, the first speed when you're doing this, because, like I said, it'll, you know, it can make your cake gummy. So you want to go really slow. Mix it in one at a time. Let's go. Make sure it's all incorporated. And I had to stop, and thank goodness I hadn't started with the flour yet, because I had somebody here came to do something right in the middle while I was making cake. And I'm like, oh my goodness, because this is something that I don't like, stop and start, and you want to, pay attention when it comes to adding your ingredients. And, like I said, you're putting the flour in. Once you start, you don't want to stop. So thank goodness I was just at the portion of putting the eggs in. So I already had my flour measured out, which is the easiest thing to do. If you measure out all your ingredients ahead of time, that way, it's easier for you. You can just keep it moving. Now I have one more thing I need to add in. I almost, because I had somebody doing something, I almost forgot my secret ingredient. Practice what you preach. Alright, so I usually will add, and this comes at the very end. Once my all my flour's in, and at the very end, and you really want to do it in a timely manner, because you don't want to, like I said, mix too long. But this is jello pudding mix, and it really helps make your your cake moist, smooth. So I like adding this in. So you add this in at the end. Really, and you know, you don't want to do a whole lot of mixing at this point because all of your flour is already mixed in. So as soon as you see that it's incorporated, shut it down, scrape your bowl down, and you know, just make sure it's all incorporated because you don't want to do a lot of mixing at this point. You just want to make sure you see the air pockets popping. And you are good to do that. So I'm done because you don't want to overmix your cake. I'm done. Now, a lot of times I will bake my cake in a cold oven. And so now I'm just going to bake it. I'm going to put it on 350, but then I'm going to bring it down to like 325 and bake it for like an hour, 35 minutes. And we'll see. So I have my pan here on ready greased up. And going to turn it down and get all that off of there. So I'm just, you know, preheating my oven now. And if you do it in the cold oven, it's just that it's gonna, you know, you're gonna have to adjust your time. In the oven I had before, it was, you know, it heated differently. So I would sometimes have to bake this cake for like 2 hours, you know, just to make sure because I started in a cold oven. So I'll get all. This is why, you know, because I had to stop and do other things. I think I almost forgot to add in the pudding mix. And here's another thing, like if you're making like a chocolate pound, you can add the pudding mix in. You know, chocolate, you know, whatever flavor you're making. So, got her down. Here's my batter. Through. I'm just gonna start putting it in my pan. And you want every bit of that goodness in there. your batter too much. After it's in, give it a little shake. Maybe one. Yeah. All right. And because I'm not even going to wait till my oven to, you know, for it to tell me it's ready to go. I'm going to put it in and just let it start as if I was doing it. And I'll be back when it's done. Okay, our cake is done. It is done, and we're going to take it out. Firm grip on it. So yeah, stay under there. All right. There she is. Nice and clean. That's why you gotta really, you know, make sure your pan is, you know, oiled really good with your baking spray or the butter and the oil, hot flour. Anyway, so this is my quick and easy cream cheese pound cake, and it smells so good. It smells so, so delicious. But I'm going to get it on here straight first. I'm going to wrap it up, cover it up, you know, until, you know, Thanksgiving. I just like to prepare ahead of time. If it's only a couple of days, I'm just going to wrap it really well in some saran wrap and cover it up and keep it cool. You know, if it were going to be more than a couple of days, I would freeze it, but I don't want to freeze it. Although I can freeze it, you know, and take it out of the freezer on Thursday morning. And it'll, you know, it seems like when you freeze a cake, tastes so good when, you know, after. But anyway, this is it, quick and easy. I'll drop the recipe in the description box. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments, but that's it. So I'm going to go on to my next thing. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a good night and stay bougie.